Hi, guys. I am back today with another member of the Inner Circle, Kathleen Cameron's Inner Circle program. Today's guest is CeCi, and I am so excited to interview her. She has a really cool story. I don't know all of the details, which is why I brought her on today to fill us in. Hi, CeCi. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm so honored and thrilled to start sharing more about what I do. So thank you for having me.
Definitely. Okay, so CeCi is, you live in Mexico, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I live in
awesome.
the north part of Mexico, which is very close to the US. It's not
Okay.
Cancun, it's not Acapulco, it's not Los Cabos. It's in the right north next to Arizona.
Oh, really? Okay, got it. Okay, nice. So, is that the highway that goes down to San Felipe?
No, it's the other way. It's going down to Mexico City, but that's what it's not a known because we don't have a lot of tourism, but we have a lot of industry in this area.
Got it. Okay, got it. So, what does Mexico have counties? Like, what region would you call it?
Sonora, yes. Well, it's a
Sonora.
state, Sonora,
Okay,
and the city is Hermosillo.
got it, got it. Okay, nice. So thank you for giving us an idea of kind of whereabouts you're joining us from today. And can you go ahead and just like start as far back as you want to? I'd like to just kind of hear your story and what led you up to joining Kathleen Cameron's Inner Circle.
Well, thank you for letting me share my story. I'm gonna start with the general factors, right? I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah.
I'm a 50-year-old woman. I'm married. I have a 7-year-old child. I've been married with my husband for over 11 years now. So I got married late in life and I became a mother later in life at 42. So that is something major in my life.
Yeah.
I'm from this small city, which is growing. As I told you, it's a very industrial area. Um, a regular family, very traditional. Dad goes and work, mom stay at home, the youngest of three brothers and sisters, and the regular life doing what we are teach to do in order to be happy, right?
Yeah.
Go to the school, well, behave very well,
Mhm.
uh, do good grades at school, and
Mhm.
be a good person, and you will be happy. Marry, become a mother before 30, and you will be happy. So I was following that. I was following what we are taught from young age in order to be happy and to be secure and to have a good future, right? So my dreams were very limited, and I noticed that later in life. I was dreaming just what is to buy a house, to have a car, to have a family, the basic, now I see it, the basic things in order to live. So I was doing that, and uh, I didn't know much back in those days. You didn't know about mental health, depression, nothing like that. And I remember I was very uh, timid. I didn't speak. All my confidence was on my intelligence, how intelligent I was. So I was based on that. Anyways, I was growing up. I got this good job and everything was flowing according to the plan. But I didn't know, I was not unhappy, but I didn't know that I wasn't happy. There's a
Yeah.
slight difference there. It's like the
Yeah.
average life. And this is something that started to come to me that um, many people, we are not average, none of us. But I felt back then that I was an average person, which was doing okay.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. But I wasn't doing I didn't feel any call, anything back then. So I was doing okay in my career in the manufacturing industry. And then personal things, I was very codependent, emotionally codependent of the approval, of not being rejected, or very self-conscious about my body. I'm very tall, so height for me was an issue, right? So I started to attend these groups uh, to self-awareness, self-development. And then I
Nice.
noticed that I start to speak. I start to feel more confident, but still my confidence was in the outside, right?
Mhm.
I was learning to be aware. When I was 35, I got into this very deep depression. My dad passed away suddenly in his bed. My boyfriend, I was almost 35, and
Mhm.
my boyfriend back then left me without any nothing.
Wow.
Not letting me know anything. I didn't know what I was doing wrong
No
or what
closure.
was wrong with me. No closure. And the company where I was working for 11 years, my whole career was built there. And that company was basically my life.
Yeah.
Uh, we had to close. After these three big losses for me, I didn't know that I was basing my life on those external
Yeah.
factors, right? So I got into this deep depression, suicidal thoughts, because it's not because you want to die, it's because you don't know how to live.
Yeah, there you go. That's a really good way to put it.
It's because you don't know how to live. So you don't want to keep living the same way, doing what's supposed to do, doing okay. It was my soul calling me. And I got help, of course, very alternative help back then, Reiki therapy, all these alternative
Mhm.
stuff. So I started to train myself as a Reiki master.
Wow.
So that helped me so much because I gave myself the time to be with me.
Yeah.
And through the exercises, breathing, staying still, uh, paying attention to my thoughts,
Mhm.
I started to develop my intuition. And I received the call that we all have it, but I was aware of my call that, CeCi, you have to teach people how to be happy because you had everything, you have everything, but you are not really happy. You are not unhappy, but you are not happy. And you are learning to be happy. So it's the same environment, but the difference is within you and how you perceive your life. So, and what really makes you happy? My job was making me happy somehow, but it wasn't fulfilling.
Yeah.
It was okay. Everything was
It
okay.
was just okay.
So
Yeah.
it this is back in 2011 when I received my first life coaching. There were no life coaches back then in Mexico, so I received the help from someone in the U.S. and it was very different uh, compared to today. That there are many coaches, and these topics are more out there. People can
Yeah.
reach easily to this kind of information. So I was feeling like alone by myself, talking about spirit and
Yeah.
all this. So I received that call. I had my job. I had
Mhm.
a new job, of course, but also I opened like my private practice, my
With
my
Reiki?
my office. Yeah, not necessarily raking, but channeling
Oh,
angels. I
and
was doing with that intuition that I developed. I started to receive angels' messages. And I didn't know that because I didn't believe in that before. I was very structured, very logical, very male energy, very masculine energy
yeah.
because of my work.
Yeah.
And I was like in shock because this was a totally different CeCi, right? So I started to feel that call. And sometimes you can go against your spirit, even though if you question yourself, your spirit is putting everything easier in order to follow the path. So, I mean, it's risky, it's uncomfortable,
Yeah.
but I was feeling right. I was feeling it that it was right for me. I opened my practice as a life coach.
Nice. Okay.
So suddenly, since day one, I have always had clients. So for all those who are hesitating about becoming a life coach or helping people,
Yeah.
I mean, since then everything has just growing and being beautiful. But back then, with that intuition, I was able to help people to um, overcome autoimmune diseases like lupus, sclerosis multiple,
Wow.
yeah, diabetes, cancer, but it's not that it was me. I know I was challenging channeling to them, and the message was able to help them to think differently about themselves,
Yeah.
and they started to heal.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
So something that I know is my best gift is to help people to heal their emotions,
Mm.
their soul, in a very faster way.
Wow. Okay. That's
And of
powerful.
course, I got my own story about healing and my own story of child abuse by a teenager. And I got those wounds as well.
Yeah.
But being in the self awareness and self study helped me to be aware of those wounds and being able to heal them
Yeah.
so I can help other people to heal. For instance, about child abuse. I know how it feels. I know how long it takes for you to be angry and not talking about it and not be forgiving. And, all these things that the abuse involves. I know how that is. So I can help people that I started to attack people with that wounds as well, with those wounds as well. So I was able to help them to heal those wounds and not stopping your life and
Wow.
not stopping holding yourself back because of those wounds, right?
Mhm.
Everything evolved. And now, after having my practice 10 years later, because of the COVID factor, I had to close my practice and I started to use my expertise in my corporative world.
Really? Wow. That's a
So
quite the transition.
what I do now is helping leaders, executive leaders, especially in the corporative world, with directors of manufacturing companies, business owners, very male.
Mhm.
Here in Mexico, macho people that they don't open their hearts and they are wounded as well, but they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
So one of my virtues is that I understand very well where they are coming from because that was the world where I was working when
Yeah.
I was young. So now is what I do and develop the leaderships with not soft skills, but power skills.
Ooh.
Because when you feel your wounds, your emotions, you just don't you just don't get easier empathy and easier to communicate, but you got that self-confidence and that postures that help you to lead others in a very harmonious way. So
Love
that's
it.
what I'm doing right now. So this is part of my journey. Of course, when I was recovering myself from that depression, that I developed that intuition, I designed, and that's why I'm here with this inner circle and this environment, because
Wow.
I was able, when I was 36, getting back together, getting all my pieces together, to design my life, to really think what life is making me happy, what life is gonna make me feel fulfilled in my heart. So I want to get married. I want a partner, but not just any partner. I want this soulmate.
Yeah.
I want to do this. I want to be a star in the company that I was working with. I want to be happy and feeling every day ecstatic of just waking up. So a
That's
lot of
awesome.
people now ask me, how do you have that enthusiasm? How do you transmit that passion? It's not because just one day I woke up like that. It's because I have been developing that, and
Yeah.
now it's my way to live.
Yeah.
So
Second
today
nature.
I'm living my dream. Today I'm living the dream that I designed, the dream life that I designed. When I got into Bob Proctor's program, I became a PGI consultant, and then I found out about Kathleen's
Got it.
programs.
Okay.
She was no longer there, but someone suggested me to follow her, and I
Mhm.
did because I could identify some issues in myself that I was holding myself back,
Yeah.
that she was helping people to feel that level of self confidence
Yes.
that I was lacking in order to go global, because my goal now is to go global, helping the directors and all these big influential people in the manufacturing and corporative world,
Right.
changing the culture of the labor cultural behavior in a harmonious way and being impactful in their homes. So we all can live a happy life, a very enjoyable life. And this is something that you can learn, right? So when I got to Kathleen's program, I did Millionaire, which is the change of your identity. So
Yeah.
I changed my identity. I started to learn how to dream big. And that's why I joined the inner circle, because I know that I want to dream bigger, but
Yeah.
I don't know how, because there's still the part of your 3D world, right? Your reality.
Yeah.
So if you are not in the environment that helps you to dream big, then you have to find it. So that's
Yeah.
what I did. I'm the only Mexican in the group. Now you can imagine, I couldn't find, so must be, right?
Yeah.
Here in Mexico, but not in my environment. So I
Yeah.
look forward to do that. And then the inner circle opportunity came. So I joined it.
That is so cool. And I have to apologize. I should have asked you how to pronounce your name in the beginning. I said CeCi, but it's CeCi, right?
It says, yes,
CeCi.
it's
Okay, thank
Mexican,
you.
says, yes.
Thank you for that. I apologize. Um, so how do you market to the big, powerful alpha males in the industry that you work in? Like, how do you get through to them that they need your services?
This is the thing. Well, my experience being in that environment helped me to understand where are they coming from and their daily challenges, right? That helps me a lot. But that intuition that I developed helped me to connect with them soul to soul and help them to
Mm,
heal. So the people that I'm here called here to serve, they open their heart.
okay.
And because I understand their daily challenges. They are also married. They also have kids. They have also the programs, the
They're
problems
still
that
human.
we all, they are humans,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But because they are in a higher leadership position, they don't allow themselves to be vulnerable or
Yeah.
to talk about their problems. They are very strong mental people. So
Mhm.
they are very focused. They are very intelligent. So they can not pay too much attention to their emotions. They can content, but that is not healing. That is not making you happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
What
forcing
good is
you.
power and wealth if you aren't connected to yourself and to your family and to your, happiness?
Right.
Yeah.
So the people that I work with them now, they have more time for their families. They can spend time with their kids. They are feeling less stress. They are in their communication. They are improving the relationship with the people around them. They are getting into higher positions. They
Mhm.
are having more exposures because, in modern times, you have to be a great leader, not just a good leader, an intelligent leader.
Yeah.
But the people who are succeeding is people who are great leaders.
Mhm.
And leadership with new generations, they are very sensitive. They are very emotional. They talk about mental health and they take care a lot of their well-being.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they have to be leaders with experience that they know how to promote well-being.
That's so powerful. You're right. The younger generation expects that. So these bigwigs need to know how to speak their language, right? And how
Exactly.
to stay current and relevant,
To connect.
to
That
connect.
is what make the connection.
Yes. Yes. Love that.
So older the generations with new generations, they can connect because we are the same. We are soul to soul.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. So, can you give us a example or a idea of um what your program is like? Like, is it I'm just trying to picture, like, are you doing energy healing on them or are you just having conversations when you're coaching
They
them?
don't even know that I'm doing that. They can. I mean, I do have a program that is especially for high potentials in the industry. We call them that way. Is people that are very intelligent, very driven, and everything, but for some reason they are lacking self confidence. They
Mhm.
are lacking the power skills, right? So I designed a program that I'm delivering with another great leader. We are both doing this program to teach them how to first see themselves, how to put themselves in the first place, take care of themselves, heal their wounds. I'm very practical. It's not like, yeah, you're going to cry your emotions and you are
Yeah.
going to. No, I'm very practical. Yeah, you cry. You
Yeah.
may cry
Yeah.
because you're healing. You have to feel in order to heal, right?
Mhm.
But not stay too long in the feeling,
Yeah.
but to learn how to change your perspective in order to learn from those feelings or and those experiences.
Yeah.
And then when you learn, you can move forward. And that wound that is already healed
Yeah.
is the stepping stone for your power.
Love
Because you are
that.
taking back your power. And that is what I teach to my clients.
Take back your power. That's good. I love that. So I have heard through the grapevine that you're like CeCi the celebrity somehow, but I don't know what that means. Can you explain, like, do you have a television show in Mexico, or what is
Okay.
that all about?
For some reason, since like 14, 15 years ago, people who have radio shows or TV shows here in my city, they were interested in these topics, talking
Okay.
about self-development. And I'm talking 15 years ago where
Wow.
was not really known,
Yeah.
talking about healing or getting self-study,
Mhm.
right? Self-awareness. So they started to invite me to this section in my radio show or several people here. So
Okay.
I started to become well
Just
known.
well known for that.
Well known. I do conferences. I do workshops. Start to invite me to these events to speak about
Nice.
being happy, how to heal
Yeah.
your wounds, and
Yeah.
then it started to appear the opportunity on TV, Televisa, which is like a major network in Mexico,
Okay.
have in States their own studios. So I started to participate in those as well as a guest, right? And
Nice.
until today, I'm still participating in other networks, TV networks, as a guest, giving the message of self healing, how to measure your emotion, how to achieve your goals, small sections about your self-image, your
Yeah.
confidence, how to deal with this communication issue with your partner.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that frequently since almost 15 years ago.
Wow. Okay, I understand now. That's awesome. So when you left the corporate world, or manufacturing world, you pretty much never went back. You went into the healing world and self-development world, and then that's who you've been for the past 15, 20 years, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
for 10 years, because I started to work with the corporative world again on 2020. But yeah, I really was just like a life coach, helping people in their emotions for over 10 years.
Got it.
Well, over 10 years. And then everything changed. And I said, okay, they are depressed too. Business owners get depressed too. They have child, they
Yeah.
have problems. I can
Yeah.
help them and I can understand them.
Right. Right. So that was your niche basically. That
Yes.
makes sense. So how did you, for somebody aspiring to become a life coach, how did you, it's one thing to develop your own self, but how did you translate those skills into being able to teach it to others? Was there like a program that taught you how to be a coach?
Well, I'm certified, but to be honest, it's walking the talking.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
It's
That makes
walking.
sense.
And on the other hand, I have always been in a program. I have always had a mentor. I have
Yeah.
always had someone who is teaching me constantly. So this is a never ending. This is a lifestyle. Having a
Yeah.
mentor, having someone to help you in order to see beyond, to help you to do everything easier. So
Yeah.
I'm a very good student as well.
Okay.
So learning from them, I have learned how to teach,
That makes sense. I love that.
right?
So it's very organic, and you've, like you said, you have the freeness of speech because you have been there. You have dealt with abuse when you were younger, and you've lived a lot of these traumas that other people also are experiencing, so you can walk them through it.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
so powerful.
and all the programs that I have been doing during all these years have helped me to heal myself, to develop myself, to improve my skills. And also, well, if you are in this industry, you have to prepare yourself and hire some other coaches to help you
Yeah.
to deliver your message, to help you to teach better in a very clear way to your students, to organize and structure your program. So there's always a way to learn that. So that's
Got
the
it.
way it's easier every time to
Okay.
teach and they can get it easier.
Got it. So not only did you do personal self-development and have coaches for that, but then you also got coaches to teach you how to structure and organize your programs. Okay. That's great. I love that. Earlier you used the term channeling. I was just curious, is that just the word that you're using for like you were maybe meditating, sitting quietly with your thoughts, trying to be self-aware, and then you just received like an inspiration, like, oh, like I need to do this. Is that kind of what you meant by that?
Yes, when, for instance, yes, when I'm meditating, especially if I'm with a group or with someone else, it's just me letting myself flow and allowing the words to be out. Of course, you have to ask for the intention of that meditation.
Hmm.
What do you want to deliver? What you are open to deliver, right? And the other person, what they are asking, what signs or messages or um, what messages they need and are ready to hear in
Mm,
order to advance and move forward in their lives. Because
okay.
sometimes we receive messages that we are not sure that we want to hear, right? But
Yeah.
it is what it is, right?
Okay.
So
Okay. So,
channeling is basically me letting the message go and using me as a channeler
okay. Okay.
with those words and where to heal the body, you know.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying you usually are channeling when you're helping somebody else. Is that
Yes.
right? Or
Yes.
do you also do that for yourself?
I'm starting to be more aware of on my yeah, well, it's intuition.
Okay.
If you
That's kind of what I'm
I'm
trying
in
to.
the
Yeah.
inner circle because of the intuition. I mean, it's not that
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna receive what messages do I need to know. It's like you are going in your everyday and you feel the call, you feel the hint in your
Yeah.
intuition and you take action.
Yeah.
At
That's
least
what
for
I was
me, it
kind
has
of
been that
wondering if.
way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your everyday intuition working all day long.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that makes sense, and I'm glad we clarified that, just because there's some people that are very open to the traditional idea of what you're saying, channeling and angels and things like that, and then there's some people that are just a lot more conservative with that
And
belief system.
and and it's for anyone. We all have intuition.
Exactly, exactly.
We all have intuition, and if we listen to ourselves and we know what we want,
Yeah.
it's easier to feel and to listen what is right for us, even though it's not logical, even though it doesn't make any sense on your environment. But if
Mhm.
you feel it and you follow your heart, that is your intuition that you know is going to be good for you. For instance, hiring my first life coach
Mhm.
in 2011,
Yeah.
it was a very big investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were no this kind of communication. I never saw her face. It
Yeah.
was by phone because there were no this communication, this internet. Facebook didn't
Mhm.
exist, or at least
Right.
wasn't that popular, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was all about trust. And I paid in full.
Mhm.
I got a loan. I paid in full, and it was all trust because I never saw
Wow.
the other person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your intuition will lead you to to things that doesn't look logical, even look risky,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna say dangerous, but risky. That you can lose something big as money, but
Mhm.
then it's just money.
Right. Exactly.
right?
Yeah. The money is an interesting topic, isn't it? It's a whole
Yes, it
nother
is.
discussion.
Yes,
Um, but yeah, there's that stretching and growing aspect. I know, like for myself, the first program I invested in was about Proctor program, and it also felt like, oh my gosh, like so scary. What am I doing? And and yet if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be here today, right? So
exactly.
it's just taken me down a certain path, and and I don't even miss that money that I spent back then. So
It's the best investment.
yeah,
When I
yeah,
did that, the first life coaching program that I had, it gave me a life.
yeah, it sure did.
So
It sure did.
it gave
Yeah,
me my new life. It helped me to design the life that I'm living. So it was no, I mean, it was very cheap in order of what I gained in
right,
return.
right.
So since then, I think that is the reason I'm not being afraid of making these kind of investments in myself
Hmm.
because I know the worth because I live it.
Got it. Yeah, that's great. Back to practical stuff like marketing. Does most of your business run on word of mouth and referrals since you
Yes.
are on these as guests on these shows?
Yes.
That's so cool.
Actually, the TV and the radio are more for me to be in service for people who are
Oh,
not in my programs because
okay.
I don't get the referrals from TV or radio.
Oh,
You know,
interesting.
it's more for the clients I already have. They
Okay.
refer me to another client and they refer me to another. And so far, that's the way it has been working very successfully. And now my time and it's part of my me being in the inner circle is growing and building a company
That's
because
so
this is
cool.
by my own, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, that's a testament to how good your program is. That's been 100% how it's grown is word of mouth and
I don't
trust.
have social media developed. I don't have nothing, nothing. You can go to my Instagram. You can find no information about what I do, but it's not that I'm promoting myself. And one of
Wow.
my mentors told me, "CeCi, can you accept, please, how much have you done without marketing?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I'm doing
it's
much
amazing.
better than many people, and it's
Mhm.
without any marketing.
That's so
So
amazing. I think you could
that
teach a
is
whole
how
program on how to do
powerful.
that.
Yeah, and this is how powerful we are, and how we believe that we can do it
Mhm.
no matter what. And this is a manifestation, you
Yeah.
know? But now, if I'm seeing other people who already have their companies and they have grown to multi-millions, oh, I want that too.
Right, right.
And they are telling me this is the way to do it so I can build that too,
Yeah.
right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
But
So
but
you've
yeah,
been very successful, but now you might be open to trying something else as well.
bigger. Yes,
That
yes.
makes sense. Oh, this has been so fun. I love it. Is there anything that I didn't ask that you would like to share with our audience?
Well, yes. Two things. First, let time aside. I mean, for me, I thought I thought that was a belief that I had that I was always late. I got married late. I became a mother
Mm,
late. And
got it.
because of the years and timing and everything, I was like forcing myself and feeling that I wasn't able to complete or to accomplish anything. And now I understand that me having those experiences, like getting married at 38,
Mhm.
and becoming a mother at 42 without any help of anything, just natural way,
Great.
that shows me that it is everything in us. And is if this is something that we really want and believe we can have it, we are going to manifest it. Also with our businesses, also with the money, also whatever it is, if we do have the faith, first the call, the intention of what to do
Yeah.
and what we want, acknowledging and own it,
Mhm.
and then really believing in that and do the work. We have to take action, right? Whatever it takes. But we can have everything we want. Actually, my slogan is you can create the life that you want to live.
Nice.
We have
Nice.
the power to create the life that we want to live. And that will be the main message. It doesn't matter if you feel that you are average. It doesn't matter if you don't have the background that is needed in order to have anything. I changed my career like 3 times, you know?
Yeah.
So there's nothing that can stop you or hold you back but your thoughts and your beliefs. And every experience in our lives are helping us to do greater purpose in our life.
Wow. Well said. Well said. That is super powerful. People might have to go back and listen to that one another time. That's so great. Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
the the phrase that keeps coming to my mind while listening to your story is empowered by design.
Yes,
You know, like
exactly.
that's what you teach people to do, to be empowered
Yes,
by design. So
exactly.
so cool. Um, yeah, I think this just shows how important self-development is. And so anybody that's watching this is probably already interested in that. Do you only work with men or do you also work with
No,
women? Okay,
men and
both.
women. Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's mainly men because for some reason still the industry is
Yeah.
by leaded by men, right?
Yeah.
But
Sure.
no, women as well. Back in the days, I used to have to work a lot with women.
Okay. Nice.
So, but very masculine energy women like me, that I was very professional, that you don't know how to live life because you want a partner, but you are male, in your energy. You're not like they don't see you as a girl, and because you are very powerful and independent, you don't know
Yeah.
how to be feminine.
Right. Right.
So I had to learn to do that as well. We have to balance our energy, our male, masculine and feminine energy. And yes, it's we are we are beings. We are light beings in bodies.
Yep. Very
So
true.
if we are able to see ourselves as light beings in these bodies, the body won't limit it or actions or body or environments. Nothing will limiting us if we see beyond what we really are.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. So then what last question about people you work with, do they have to be like an executive or high level or will you work with other people as well? Or like do they have
I
to
do
be in
work
the
with other
manufacturer
people.
industry?
No, I work with individuals as well that they really want to accomplish something in their lives.
Okay. Good.
That they want to dream bigger, they want to accomplish something in their life.
Okay. Wonderful. How can people, I know you said you didn't have a huge social media presence, but like if somebody does want to work with you and they feel inspired from today, how can they reach out to you and learn about your programs?
Okay, they can go to Instagram. Like my Instagram is at Coach CeCi Heredia, which is my name. Same thing in Facebook, Coach CeCi Heredia. And they can go to my YouTube as well, CeCi Heredia. So
Oh, I didn't know
I
you had
do
a
have
channel.
a program. Actually, in my YouTube channel, I did 137 episodes of a
Wow.
program during COVID to help
Nice.
people to be the best they could during the pandemic. And there are a lot of segments and information workshops that I have done that people can access there and they can see how I work and they can reach me there.
Fantastic. I didn't even know you had a YouTube channel. That's wonderful. And is it in English or Spanish?
Spanish. But
Okay.
I'm starting to, yeah, I'm going to start to be international now, to
Yeah.
start doing something in English.
That's so cool, Ceci. I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for your time today. This has been incredible. I definitely feel like I know you so much better now. And
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to follow your journey and just, see where you're at 6 months or a year from now as you take this message internationally.
Yes. Globally. We are going to do this globally.
Okay.
And thank you so much, Sarah, for this opportunity to get to know you as well better and to be, I know that next time we meet, we are going to spend more time
Yes.
to share and to dream big. And congratulations on your own journey, because I know that it's something that you are going through right now based
Thank you.
on your intuition. So congratulations on that. And thank you so
Oh,
much for the
thank
honor
you.
to be here.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And I love to travel, so I would love to come visit you in Mexico. That would
Yes,
be amazing.
you're very welcome here.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you and have a wonderful week. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.